Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In Surah Isra, verse 23, Allah says, وَقَدَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا إِمَّا يَبْلُغَنَّ عِندَكَ الْكِبَرَ أَحَدُهُمَا أَوْ كِلَاهُمَا فَلَا تَقُل لَّهُمَا أُفٍّ وَلَا تَنْهَرْهُمَا وَقُل لَّهُمَا قَوْلًا كَرِيمًا. And the translation of this verse is, and your Lord has decreed that you not worship anyone except Him, and to parents, show good treatment. Whether one or both of them reach old age, with you say not to them so much as uff, and do not repel them, but speak to them a noble word. Now there is this great confusion amongst our youth these days regarding the best means to deal with emotional blackmail coming from parents. Many of them believe that we have to strive as hard as we can to please our parents and to earn their appreciation. We have to do the things that they want us to do, say the things that they want to hear, and pursue the path that they want us to pursue. And of course, after striving so hard to please them, if we fail or make mistakes and our parents are angry with us, then we have lost the best of this world and our akhirah. Now, of course, where has this belief come from? It's come from our own parents who keep telling us that if they're not happy with us, then even Allah will not be happy with us. If we make them cry because we made a mistake, or because we wanted to choose a path different from that which they wanted, then Allah will not accept any of our prayers. And then of course there is this famous verse where children are being told not to even say uff to their parents. Unfortunately, this entire belief is wrong, and it causes many parents to start emotionally blackmailing their kids in their attempt to control them. In fact, this is the source of the problem, this desire to control. At times, parents are so certain that they know what is best that they want to control every decision of their kids, even after their children have become adults. And if the children don't listen, or if they have a different opinion, the emotional blackmailing starts. So let's examine this verse. What exactly is Allah saying? Firstly, you will notice that before he even mentions parents, he makes sure that he mentions himself. So he says that no one is worth worshipping except Allah, and to parents show good treatment. So by doing that, he is clarifying one very important thing right in the beginning. Parents are not God, so don't treat them like gods. Don't worship them. Don't strive day in and day out just to seek their validation and approval. Don't let them control every decision of yours so that you forget that you have the power to make decisions as well. You will be standing in front of Allah alone on the day of judgment. Your parents will not be standing there with you. So if you spent all your life seeking their approval and doing whatever makes them happy while forgetting about Allah, then you will have to answer to Allah alone. Your parents will not be there to save you. Ask yourself, why were you even given an intellect if you're not supposed to use it? It's your life journey, so it's your choices. Whether it be career, education, marriage, or anything else, it's good to seek advice from your parents, but ultimately, it's your decision. Secondly, Allah tells us not to say even uff to our parents. When? When they reach an old age. When they become difficult to handle and they become stubborn just like kids. At that stage, be kind and respectful. Don't repel them and always speak good words. But that's it. Where does it say that we have to do whatever they want? Where does it say that you cannot voice your opinion or that you cannot disagree with them? Now, of course, many of us feel guilt when we disagree and our parents start to cry. We feel we have hurt them and God will punish us for hurting people. I mean, after all, hurting people is against Haqooqul Ibad, isn't it? But then ask yourself, when Ibrahim a.s. would argue with his father about idol worship, his father would get hurt every time. How was that allowed? When Ibrahim a.s. was commanded to sacrifice his child, naturally it would hurt his child and his wife. How is that allowed in Islam? When Ibrahim a.s. was commanded to leave his wife and his newborn baby Ismail in the desert, just leave them and walk away, would that not hurt his wife and child? Perhaps they would grieve, perhaps they would cry. How is this allowed in Islam? What you have to understand is that Islam tells us not to hurt people by oppressing them, by torturing them, by being unfair or unjust or mean to them. That is where you are violating hukukul ibad. But other than that, Islam tells us that Allah comes first and to follow your heart because that is where the ruh resides. So if you are speaking the truth or doing what your heart tells you is the right thing to do, then even if it hurts your loved ones, it's okay. They will eventually be able to deal with it because Allah never abandons His slaves. Allah will help them deal with it. But don't let their emotional blackmail make you doubt yourself, your intentions, and your ability to make good decisions. Assalamu alaikum.